سبيل الدموع سبيل مريح تنهد يا صاحي كي تستريح.
So how do you pray Tahajjud? Tahajjud typically means to give up sleep or wake up in the middle of the night. So you're required to go to sleep after Isha and then wake up sometime before Fajr so you can complete this prayer. Wake up, make your wudu, grab your prayer mat, make your intention to pray Tahajjud, and then say how many rakat you wish to pray. So the minimum of rakat you need to pray for Tahajjud is 2. And then you can go up in pairs up to 12. At the end, you can pray 1 rakat witr. That makes it up to 13 rakats. This is supposed to be a heartfelt message from you to Allah to ask Him to grant you something that you really, really want. And keep in mind, Allah is descending to the lowest of heavens at the very last third of the night. So this is where it's the best to perform this prayer. But don't forget, it has to be before Fajr. Make this a personal message to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to ask Him for something that you've been wanting for the longest time. And don't forget to express your gratitude and ask for forgiveness as well. Do not underestimate the power of dua. And here's my personal experience. I'm a Polish revert, alhamdulillah, and for most of my life, my parents didn't really agree with me converting to Islam. I was quietly praying in my room. Most of the time, my mom would party, and she would blast music really loudly. And every time I tried to pray and recite all the surahs and everything, the prayer correctly, I just could not. The music was too loud in my ears. Everything was just getting mixed up, the Arabic, the English, the Polish song. It came to that point that I was so tired of it that I just went into sujood. I made the dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to relieve me from this, to help me. I don't want to hear this music anymore. What can I do? And it was a really heartfelt message to Allah because I was so done with this. I just could not focus. I could not learn in peace. I could not learn properly. I was constantly making mistakes. I was constantly going over the same surah. SubhanAllah, the music stopped. Wallahi, the second I stood up from the sujood, I kept on praying, the music stopped. And all I could hear in the living room was my mom screaming that music is not working. Well, to this day, what happened, but I never heard music again when I was praying. Mom used to still listen to music, but not in the times when it was the prayer time. So if you still do not believe in the power of dua, what's wrong? Tahajjud prayer is going to make you unstoppable. Last year, I was incredibly stressed about my financial situation and my grades. Actually, I did not have a job at the time, and also I was not really consistent with going to university and attending my lectures. And before my exam started, I prayed Tahajjud prayer a couple of times in a row. I asked Allah for guidance and to help me out with my financial situation, to make it better for me. I've also asked to make sure that I pass all of my exams and pass this year. And during this exact month, my business, wallahi, I started getting so many orders and people actually contacted me and wanted to be my client. Super happy because I could get a stable income that could get me back for the next couple months until I go to uni. And then my results came in. And I had one of the highest grades that I ever had in my lifetime of education. Those A's were everywhere, and I was super happy. I think I had the chance to pass some stuff that I actually did pass with an A. So alhamdulillah, never forget to make the Tahajjud prayer if you really truly want something, and don't forget the power of dua. If you're struggling with your deen, hold up. Just give me a moment to read this miracle of the Quran for you and the amazing wisdom behind it. Allah says in the Quran, and we have made the heaven and the roof safe and well guarded, yet they turn away from its signs. Scientists did not know that our atmosphere actually creates a protective layer for us. So how is it that the Quran explained it so perfectly? It literally could not be any simpler than this. And I absolutely love reading the miracles of the Quran. It never fails to strengthen my connection with the Quran and Islam, because it just makes you reflect. How could those people know so much about the universe and us in general? It makes you think how the Quran and Islam is a true message of life. It makes you reflect on how you can improve and be better, because at the end of the day, this is the truth and this is what we have to follow. So if you're ever feeling down in your deen and you feel like your iman is going low, make sure to get a book or read it online. Type in miracles of the Quran and then just read through them. Actually think about what you're reading. It will make you a different person. Allah does not need you. You need Allah. It is certainly one of the things that we completely forget about. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is self-sustaining. He does not need anybody, yet we all need Him. We all truly depend on Allah, yet He depends on nobody. Allah is independent. But do not let that thought get you into the mindset that Allah does not love you. It is completely not like that. Allah loves each and every one of us. He is our creator. He created us, and He absolutely loves His creation. Do keep that in mind. He does not need any of us. Take that as you please, but make sure to keep this thought in mind.